Hello, friends. Welcome back to PyroKitty's Tavern. Scorch with the sub. You know what that means. You have got to pick a sub ingredient. Oh, my thing is covering it. There. To go into our little cauldron here. This will be our 5th ingredient. If you are back yet. Oh. Did you count down? Did you have a timer? Yes, pick a ingredient to go in our sub cauldron. Oh, you choose Christmas Cat to choose. Oh boy. Christmas Cat, are you here or are you lurking? The time, okay, that's what I was guessing. I was guessing that the timer was how long my timer had. But yeah, I think Chris is not here at the moment. So you might have to pick your own, Scorch. 23. We're gonna go with smiley faces. Oh good, that's an easy one to find. Here is your multicolored smiley faces. And they are going in the cauldron. Theoretically. There we go. These weren't made to go in these little bottles. All right. We are one closer to naming our potion. And having a sticker giveaway. So I did change up the lighting and stuff on my setup, so please tell me if it doesn't look good. I also added my picture-in-picture little camera down here. I tried to make it a little less blown out with white light, but still where you could see everything, I guess. So we do still have our holiday redeems going on. You can throw snow, candy, or cookies at the stream. You can open a gift. Actually, let me get some gifts down there. Oh, what was the command? Give gift? I am prepared. I promise. I am a pro at this. I have been streaming for over a year. I promise. Add gift. I was close. So there, we've got our starting gifts to open. There we go. Got a few in there. And I think everything else is functioning properly. I had some weird computer problems earlier. Okay. I am just destined to have computer problems. That is my destiny. All right. So today we are building. Oh, help if I turn it back on. This up there in the corner, Gingerbread House. This is not name brand Lego. This is faux Lego, if you will. But I like this gingerbread house and it was affordable, so that's what we're gonna build. I hope everybody has had a good day, a good start of your week. Well, end of your week? I don't know. Weeks are weird. Please tell me if this little pop-out camera is annoying or in your way. I thought it would be cool to have like 2 views of what I was doing all the time. So we're gonna give it a try. I tried to put it in kind of like a tucked away corner to where it's not too in the way. Usually in this corner, all that is, it's just my trays, so. So yeah, this build starts off with sort of like a little train. You can see it sort of in the corner up there. I have been hectically trying to get ready for the holidays, and it is frantic as it can be. As usual. Actually, no, it's more so this year. So usually we do not go out of town for the holidays. If anybody is traveling, people are coming to us. I live in the same place as my parents. So often some of my siblings might come here to visit them. But this year, one of my nieces is pregnant and she's due in February, but she decided she wanted to have a Santa-themed baby shower on the 21st in North Georgia. She has no business having a baby. She's not mature enough. She's only 19. And the choice of her baby shower sort of kind of proves that she's not really mature enough. She knew half the people coming to it were coming from out of town and work retail. But she really wanted a Santa themed. I mean, she's not due till February. Usually baby showers are not this far in advance of the birth. But anyway, it's just caused things to be a lot more hectic. We're having to basically have everything, and it's in the middle of the day. That's the other thing. It's in like it's at noon. So we can't drive up because it's probably a 7-hour drive. So we can't drive up there beforehand. We can't drive back afterwards. So we're stuck staying 2 nights. So we effectively lose half a day Saturday, all day Sunday, and half a day Monday between driving and the event. But, you know, what are you gonna do? You can't tell him what to do. Yes, you can. My brother and sister... Tell him to swallow. My brother and sister-in-law could have definitely told them this is a bad idea, because they're the ones that are helping them put it on, but neither of them will do that. So here we are having a frantic holiday. What does it want me to do? Oh, okay, I see. Too far. Look, Scorch. I kind of agree with you in this case. I love her to death, but she's not mature enough to be handling another life. Kind of weird how they're building this. And this is, you know, on top of the normal frantic holiday prep. Don't want to cause a feud on the off chance they see this. I'm very careful, and none of my family knows my stream information. Thank you. They're very chippy. I painted them before my stream on Sunday, and apparently this nail polish is past its prime. Because it is oh so chippy. I'm probably gonna have to redo these if I want them to actually be painted for the holidays themselves. Because oh boy, they are. I don't know if you can. Yeah, like it is all sorts. The green especially. The red isn't too bad, but the green, it is all over the place. But thank you. It was a very last minute idea before my last stream. There are a ton of little pieces in this little miniature train. Oh, okay. Now. So this is going to be the front of the train. Locomotive? You okay, Azar? Azar has been very achy today. What you doing, Boba? That. All right. Does that look right? Yes. I will be watching the Game Awards today. I am excited about the Exodus trailer. They have confirmed that there will be a trailer at the Game Awards, so I am super excited to see that, along with whatever other trailers might be out. Exodus. Okay, so you have not heard of Exodus. So Exodus is a sci-fi game in a similar vein to Mass Effect. In fact, it is made by a lot of former Mass Effect devs that left the studio. And so it's definitely going to have some of the Mass Effect vibes. And the trailers for it so far have been pretty limited, but they have put out a bunch of stuff in universe. So, that's so cute. Little caboose. Or not caboose, locomotive. They put out, there's a book by, who was the author? The famous sci-fi author called Exodus, the Archimedes Engine, and it's by... What is your name? Peter F. Hamilton. My brain just completely lost that. But yes, it is by the book is by Peter F. Hamilton. He's actually writing a second book that's coming out in June. But yeah, it's going to be in the same vein as Mass Effect. It's got a whole expanded universe that they're working on. But yeah, it's called Exodus. It has a tabletop RPG out already. It has a good potential to be huge. And I'm low-key very excited about it. Actually, no, not low-key. Very excited about it. I am very excited. Because I know the actual like Mass Effect itself, that series is pretty far away. If it happens at all now with EA getting bought, well, they have said that they are still working on Mass Effect 5. Oh, good bot. You get that spam out of there. But Mass Effect 5 is far, far on the horizon. If you just do good bot with a space, it'll Siri will react. Oh, good. Azar went back to his bed. There you go. And I ran into the microphone. You know, it's not a stream here unless I run into the microphone. We can't do anything without me running into the microphone. The requirement. All right. These bricks are very tight to get on there. I do remember, so this brand is called Tokmok, Tokmoc. Oh, that is not what I'm building today. I didn't fix that. I'm a bad streamer. Let me fix that link. I've built this brand before. In fact, the witch cottage that we built last year sometime. When was that? That was this brand. And I've also built off stream a Egyptian temple by this brand. And it's a pretty good brand. They have some fun designs and it's decent quality bricks. But there, okay, got that updated for you. But sometimes some of the bigger pieces are, I'm gonna say, a little tight to click together. There we go. That's what I'm building today. So we get to start with the super complicated task of snow. Making different snow shapes. Hello, McGaff. How are you? Welcome in. I am doing all right. Little hectic for the holidays, but that is usual. Yeah, EA is already that deal has gone through. It is official. My only hope is that maybe EA sells off BioWare. To help pay for the debt. Okay, what the heck? There's several different pieces that are very similar. And that maybe some other studio buys them. That's my hope, personally. Oh, that's another rounded corner. One. I think that's the piece I just put down. There are several pieces in here that look almost identical. Not that one. Gotta get a closer look. There are a ton of white pieces that look the same. Yeah. Those are different. They look the same. over there. Look at that. Oh, I need more of those. Remember to hop in on the drop game. You hit 95% or higher, I will mail you a sticker if you're over 18. Or you could pick 60 seconds of a voice mod if you are under 18. It's over here, under me. I am sitting in snow. I changed it up. It's a snow pile now, not the cauldron. I wanted to be festive. And one benefit of the snow pile is it's a lot easier to land in. It doesn't have the lip that you can fall out of. No deflector lip. Yesterday, I was playing the drop game in one of the streams that I frequent, and I kept dropping the little gingerbread man Twitch unlock. And let me tell you, that snow pile in that guy's stream was deflecting all gingerbread. I was like the opposite side of the whole screen, like totally opposite side. It was comical. So this is snow/icing. Because this is a gingerbread house. So, you know. There we go. Got 2 nice little snow piles going on either side there. There's so much white. Everything's blending together. Feel like I'm going crazy. All right, there should be another one of those in there. Does anybody have any fun holiday plans for whatever you may celebrate? My plans are hectic, as I explained already. I've got that trip to North Georgia the weekend before, and then Christmas Eve, I work until 3, and then my family actually opens our presents on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, we have Christmas breakfast. And then Suntroa and I drive over to his parents. Working Christmas Eve and day, but Boxing Day, I'm going to my brother-in-law's for food in the next 3 episodes of Stranger Things. Nice. Nice. There is a lot going on this build. Holy moly. Okay, but I think I got all of that step done. We'll see if I messed anything up later when I go to attach things. Yeah, Suntro and I used to always get stuck working on Christmas. Well, no, not Christmas Day. Our work has always been closed on Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, we used to get stuck working late, which always was annoying. Because again, my family likes to do our sort of get together Christmas Eve. But lately, we've been working, while we have been working on Christmas Eve, we tend to get off early enough to where it's not a huge problem. Right. We're still working over on this side. Trying to get it to where you could see it in the cameras. (11:30 to 7:30 p.m. both days, so while I know it'll be a crazy busy shift, won't be too bad. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Yes, please. Over here in the States, most restaurants are closed Christmas Day. There's only just a couple that are open that day. Like Waffle House is open that day. Like some of the places that are usually open 24 hours. There's a buffet place that's open usually. Just hope the newbie bartender is ready. He's very clearly not had a bar job before. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna guess that he is not, because it's hard to get prepared ahead of time for holiday madness. You like can think you're prepared. I understand any new person not knowing what's in our cocktails, but he asked me how to make a shandy a few days ago. I don't know how to make a shandy, but I don't drink, really. And I'm not sure if that's a popular drink over here stateside, so... But if it is something that is more common over that way, half lemonade, half beer, very common in the... Okay, I was about to say, if it's something that's common over that way, then yeah, I probably should have known that. Yeah, that's sad. If it's like something that's a common drink. From Germany, you've never heard of it before. Other than beer, lager, myself, I'd say it's the second most common drink in the UK. So yeah, I mean, if he's got a job bartending, probably should know something that common. I just need one of those. Three. Three of those, three of those, one of those, two of those, two of those, one of those, two of those. I apologize for what we do to your beers. I won't even talk about the alcohol here in the States. Like I said, I don't really drink, so... Suntroa and I prefer, if we drink, which is again is very rarely, we like ciders and mead, particular ciders, but there are not very many ciders here in the US. We have like very few. German beer is popular here and we ruin it by made it into a shandy. Yeah, I really wish we had better cider here in the US because that is what we like. But half the time if you ask for a cider somewhere, they just kind of give you a look. All right. Coming along. Oh, I forgot to mention, but I do have a puzzle pinned to the top of chat, or you could type !puzzle. It's probably going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's lots of green. Here, let me bring it up to show you guys. Here is what the finished piece looks like. It is a Life Day puzzle from Star Wars. I see you over there moving puzzle pieces. Three of those. I still have to find a puzzle for my next 2 streams. But I'll find something. They'll be holiday themed. Maybe some sort of gingerbread scene or something. All right. I'm supposed to have one more of these round ones. I think I'm blind. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm on the wrong step. Hi. I'm, I can't read. Also blind. No, it's not that piece. That's the piece. There's too many white pieces. They're confusing me. Okay. We're continuing up in this part. There are so many Greeblies. Oh, no. So Greeblies is a word. Actually, it started in the film industry for basically just little bits and bobs to fill in space, like all of these little different shape things. It just makes things look dimensional and interesting. I think Star Wars, like the very first Star Wars film, was the first time that they were really used. Like on the ship bit models, they just had like a whole bunch of just like little random things. but the usage has expanded. All right, we're getting there. We're getting this base put together for sure. Oh, where's the other one? There it is. There it is. Did I miss anything? No, okay. Oh. My Christmas lights fell. There we go. I wanted to be festive. So we've got Christmas lights set up. We do have ads starting here shortly. I will stop building during the ads. At most, I might set out the pieces required for the next step. I think you're currently the only house on the block that hasn't got lights up. We live very rurally, so we don't have any lights up outside because nobody would see them. But my current desktop lighting is all red and green. I had some family that lived in London for a few years, and I don't think they ever decorated while they lived over that way. Though to be fair, they don't really decorate now either. They're not decoraty folks. All right, I'm gonna see if I can finish this step before that ad starts. We have a little, thinking it's supposed to be kind of a little train. Or a little toy car or something. Trying to not lose where things go. Okay. Give one that goes there. All right. So I finished that step. I'm going to set out the pieces for the next step during the ad break. I'm not going to actually build anything. There will be no clicking of bricks. But we are going to run a 3-minute ad break. Take this opportunity to stretch, hydrate. I'm going to mute my microphone and go grab my water because I forgot it in the fridge and I am parched. And I will see you in 3 minutes. And if during the ads, check your emails. Your Santa is about. Torch, thank you. It should have popped up on screen. I'm gonna have to check my throne. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's probably why. That is probably why. Well, I will not let you be anonymous. Also, the throne page is being very weird. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. I was just thanking Scorch, who bought one of my gifts off the throne wish list. So it gives me an option to thank Gifter, but it doesn't actually. So I don't know if it sent you a thank you or not. I think that's the first time somebody has bought me something off of Throne. Well, thank you very much. Let me show. Didn't sign in, so okay, so maybe that's what it is. So Scorch gifted. Let's see if this works. This cute little Lego build. We will build this in the new year. I've been looking for more additions to my builds for January. So thank you so much. Also, welcome back from the ad break for anybody who is in it. I was distracted. I did not set out my pieces. I did get my water. Awesome tavern cup for Tavern and Glade. I could show you here. That is on my fourth wall shop. If anybody wants some Tavern and Glade merch for themselves or tavern merch, I have just some of my emotes. I really need to add more on my fourth wall. I just need to sit down and do that one day. I have time to do it. It's just getting the motivation to do it. And I need to get some larger files of some of my emotes from Suntroa. Because I'm thinking I might make some shirts maybe, or more water bottles and such. But the files that I have on my PC are small because I just use them for the emotes. So when I upload them to fourth wall, they're pretty grainy. All right, so we're working our way along the back. This thing is looking pretty fun. Lots of fun shapes and patterns for our snowed in outside of the gingerbread house. All the way up against, yes. Oh. I thought maybe I wasn't going to drop any pieces this back, but, you know, I can't build something without dropping pieces. All right. Where did it go? Guys, the piece vanished. But I think I have a spare. Let's see. There's a rounded piece. I have my spare pieces organized, and I can never remember how I have them organized, so when I go to actually look for a piece, I'm always just like, now where did I put those pieces? I know I have them organized. Maybe I don't have enough one of those pieces. Let's check in their spares. So this brand, they just come with like a bag of random spares. And they're not even always from the right, like, colors. Aha! There is another one. Yay! Sorry for the crinkle. Okay. Good. My noise cancellation or whatever. Filter, that's the word. Filter. I can talk, I promise. There we go. I don't remember if I've ever mentioned, Scorch, that Suntroa and I have actually visited the UK. We are some of the few American folk that have traveled overseas. We mostly visited London. We did go to well, thank you. It is on our list to come back someday. Like I said, we did just pretty much visit only London. And we did go to Stonehenge and Bath and Cardiff. But mostly we did all the touristy stuff in London. When I wasn't trying to kill myself with food, that also happened. I discovered that dairy products in the UK are much more lactose intense than the ones over here. Yes, Cardiff is Wales. I know, but I was counting the UK as a whole. But yeah, I gave myself some really bad lactose poisoning. That was not fun. Get ourselves like a little. It's. Will you focus? There it goes. Green, red, little pillar here. That was the first time that I ever discovered that lactose poisoning is a thing. Might have just been UK food in general. Well, so our first thought was that I had maybe gotten food poisoning, but Suntroa and I ate the same thing. And I know I do have slight lactose intolerance, but here in the US, our cheese products and dairy products are really processed, and I just didn't realize that. But we had, I mean, it was just like a very quick throw in the oven thing from like a little corner bodega. It was like our first day there. And I was so sick. But Suntroa was fine. He had absolutely no symptoms, nothing wrong. I thought I was gonna die. Our the people we were staying with, our family there, they were like, we probably should have taken you to like some sort of emergency care. But nah, I was fine. I lived. Had a bad day. I even was determined to still do our touristy things. We had, we were staying near, Greenwich? The Prime Meridian. And I wanted to go and see. So I could not keep anything down. Barely had any water. I'd had half a thing of blue Powerade. And barely made it to the top of the hill. Got some little posts here marking out the corners of the house. Come back, you'll show what's good to eat. Good to know we'll have a tour guide. We did have a tour guide then, technically. Like I said, we had family, but they also were from the US. And they had only been living there, I think, a few months at that point, or a year. Not very long. So they really only knew, like, right nearby their place. We're gonna put up a cute little fence here. But revisiting the UK is definitely on our list. The flight wasn't too terrible. All right, so we're building looks like a present to go in our front yard here. This is going to sound real cheesy, but my favorite thing to eat when I was in the UK was fish and chips because it was really good. I think I got like a billion different, well, we went to, everywhere we went, we got fish and chips. Or I got fish and chips. Centro is allergic to fish. He did not get fish and chips. But I know that's so stereotypical. The American goes to the UK, gets fish and chips. But it was good. I did have to add salt, though. Other than fish and chips and Sunday roast, your food is crap. All right, got our little presents there stacked up in the front yard. Oh, next step's gonna have a little star in it. Ooh, what pieces to this one? Both. Okay, well that makes it easy. All right, hopefully none of these roll off the desk. I'm gonna put that on the end. Hopefully that'll hold it in. So we're making kind of little candy canes that are gonna go off to the side. Looks like this might be the last step in this bag because that is everything on my tray. All right. Let's see. Ooh, don't fall, please. It is really snug. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. All right, so there is our first. Candy cane. This one is a gold candy cane. Not fit together quite straight, but that's fine. I think I had a little bit of a lag spike there. Hopefully we're back. I put all these extra cameras for you to see what I'm doing, and I still am building off the side. Look. Can't have everything. Like a perfect streamer. That's not me. And then this one on top. Little attachment points here. So this one is going to hold a little sign. That says, Merry Christmas. There's our two little candy canes. And we're also going to build a little present, looks like. There's our little present with the star on top. And now we're going to put them on the board here. So the present goes over here in the corner with our other gifts. That. And there's the candy canes with the little signage. So that looks like all of the outside bits for now. I think there's a couple more things that are going to go here eventually. Got a whole stack of little toys over there. All right, now it looks like we're gonna actually start building the house itself, starting with the little bits and bobs that go inside. Or at least partially the little bits and bobs that go inside, which include a turkey. Look at this. Got a whole turkey. There's a cute little bear coming up somewhere. I'm going to take out, so all of these are going to be windows. I'm going to just put them up here on the top of my desk just to get them out of the way so that I could actually see the pieces underneath. Ah, it was you, Christy S. Welcome in. We have another Wookiee puzzle going, by the way. This one is green instead of red heavy. I thought at first that maybe Casey was the one that finished it, and I asked her, and she said that she did not finish it, and I was like, ooh, must have been Christy S then. Because there were no one else working on it. All right. Where is this piece? It is brown. We all know it wasn't you. I mean, you're welcome to attempt the puzzles. I'm certainly not going to stop you. Got a little present here. Got another little toy car. Even one piece is one more piece than none. Like puzzles, just not jigsaw puzzles. Looks like probably where like a table's gonna go. That'd be my guess. This is having the problem of it's doing it all from one angle, so it's kind of hard to see where things actually go. Set myself the thing where I don't move a piece until I'm pretty sure it fits. Yeah, no, not me. Not me. I'll wait. You know, I have to make sure that I think the color is right. I'm not gonna just like randomly carry, you know, bricks around, or not pieces around. All right, so we've got our first layer of bits and bobs on there. Trying to lose more pieces, guys. There's too many browns. Oh good, we're gonna use some of these long pieces. Let's start the wall, looks like. right. Once again, they're doing that thing where they have it at a weird angle and they're just supposed to guess. I guess you're just supposed to figure it out. Oh, not that one. That. And then 8 piece. Gotta make it challenging here. There we go. We're working our way up the wall. And 1 by 10. It's also being kind of weird on how it's marking out. Like where the different pieces go. It's just being weird. So I don't mind this brand of bricks, but it definitely has some oddities. Particularly in the instructions. That's the really weirdest part. We're building up. If I could find the pieces. So this build did come with a light kit. Well, day kit. It's one LED wire. But it's kind of cool in that it actually like gives like the bricks have specific spots like built in. So like this one with the hole, it's gonna go where the wire's supposed to go in. Yeah, so back here, that's where the wire for the lights goes in. Oh, getting some red in there now. Just a regular old tube, please. So there's 3 shades of brown, which make it a little challenging to figure out which piece it needs. Thankfully, I think all of them are different. Like, there's no repeat shapes, I think. The green nail polish is actively flaking off while I build. It is kind of hilarious. All right, so it's got the house turned this way. Some very specific build patterns going on here. Not sure what this is gonna end up being, or if it's just for interesting texture on the outside of the gingerbread house. I'm knocking stuff off. Unbuilding a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine here. All right, so these are sort of columns. Oh. They go in the back of the house. Okay. There we go. Got our green, red, white columns built back there. I will say something that I have noticed from this brand, because I've now built this, the third build from this brand. They love these pieces. This brand just uses these pieces for walls all over the place. Oh, we're gonna put up a little painting in this part. Woo! Ah, and a couple of these windows. Get in there. Why can't they just pre-build the windows? There we go. One window. Two windows. It's not a puzzle if it's pre-built. Look. Look. Come on. It's windows. Like... Okay, so we're gonna be building this wall over here. I can't get it in the close-up cam, but and I had me build this little piece for the middle with a couple little bump outs. This is where the lines blur. And our little portrait of Santa goes on the wall here, between the windows. Got a couple chairs going in, looks like. I think this is supposed to be either a present or a table. I think this is a table. It's based on its placement here. right. So, putting in big table here on the base with some chairs pushed under it. And then we're going to cover that with a table in just a moment. All right, Scorch, we should still be here. I think I got that in the right spot. There's that little red table or present, whatever it's supposed to be. Now we're going to build the dining room table, looks like. And it's using these weird brown pieces, which good because that clears me out some space. Two of those, three of those, two of those, one of those. Oh, got a platter. And a cabinet with drawers. That's cute. All right. So, building the table. Thankfully, it has a base. Chrome wanted to restart to update. It loves to do that when it's like you're busy doing something. I think my browser has been saying that I needed to restart to update for a couple days now. I probably need to do that before it just like decides to do it all on its own. All right. There's our top of our dining room table. It is going to go right there. Got two chairs pushed up underneath it and a platter on it. And then our little cabinet with drawers. Gonna go in this little corner here. All right, so now we're doing some decorating on the inside. Probably most of these little odds and ends I have in this one here. Few things out of here though. But the odd shapes, that's for sure. Oh, We need our turkey. And a croissant. Look, we have a croissant. Gotta have bread. And little pizza, maybe? It's very small for a pizza. I don't think it's pizza. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's soup. It goes in the pot. Soup. Soup. So this cabinet with drawers is actually a stove. It just kind of stays in there. Hopefully I don't dump that out. And we even have little printed pieces with stove dials. There's our stove set up over there. Now we have a candle. There's our little candle. That's going on the table. And then the turkey's going on the table. Turkey just kind of sits there. Maybe if I turn it the other way, will it click on there? Nope, still just kind of sits there. And now we've got a little flower. In a little pot. Look at this. We made a little flower on some dirt. Have some soil in there. Makes sense, a stove is basically a cabinet with doors and elements. Minecraft, Lego, yep. So... Alright, so this also just kind of sits in there. This is a very... Don't dump this upside down build. There we go. There's our little dining table set up. Got some little presents in there. Got our soup on the stove. Now it looks like we're going to make a little Christmas tree to go in here. We do have an ad that will be starting here shortly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the little tree built in time. But I'm not gonna build while the ad is going on. But I'm gonna try to get it built. Or at least this step done. Ooh. Which involves me dropping pieces. McGaff casting a spell. I think we've used that. People have used that as sort of their good luck. They're wishing for something. I think, if I remember correctly, Scorch cast it and then like got hired the next day or something. Trying to remember. Facts. There you go. All right, that ad is going to be starting here any second. I am going to finish this step, which is just put these little tree bits on here. Hope you don't have to take a math exam tomorrow. May the spell bring you luck. All right, so we have the first half of our little holiday tree built. And when we return from the ads, we will build the second, the top part. I am going to set out the pieces, but I'm not going to build until we are back from the ad. I will probably mute my microphone and make a quick restroom run. And there's that ad break. All right. There are the pieces set out. I'm going to throw up the puzzle real quick. And I'm going to mute my microphone and take a PRB break. I should be back before the ad break ends in about 2.5 minutes. somehow I beat the ad. I stood up, and of course, Azar needed out. And then I opened the door to let Azar out, and Santroa walks in from work. He's like, surprise! But the ad will be over in about 5 seconds. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Yeah, mine, I had a funny timing issue for those that were stuck in the ad. I stood up to take a quick restroom break, and was about to on my way back, and Azar was like, I need to go outside. And so I was like, okay, I'll let him out. I opened the door, and Suntroa is just like on the other side of the door, about to open the door handle. Got home from work. New Zealand ads, one Pizza Hut advert. All right, so there is the top of our tree here. So there is the tree entirely. Kind of offset so it looks more full. And that is going to go over here. So that is a little tree overlooking the little presents we put on the floor, and looking over the dining table. And we're gonna build, looks like another present maybe? Or a little table. Gotta go for now. All right, thanks for popping in, Scorch. And once again, thank you for the Christmas present and for the sub. You are full of support today. Thank you again so much. And I will see you hopefully on Sunday, maybe, if you're not working. I'll be streaming. All right. So it looks like we've got the interior done for the most part. So now we're continuing upward. Two more windows. Go. All right, so we're gonna build this wall over here. Ah, so these are window panes. That's what those are. All right. There's that wall. Oh, I need those two anyway. That one. All right. More wall building here. Please go back here. Finishing up those columns. Don't forget we do have those holiday redeems active. You could throw cookies, candy, or snow, or gifts at the stream. You could also open some of these gifts underneath our little happy Christmas tree here. And the little pets that come out of these gift boxes are stored in your own personal inventory, quote unquote. Gotta collect them all, of course. Those are the 4 I have. All right. Doing some very strange build choices here. I just punched my microphone. That's what you wanted to hear, right? All right. Sorry about that. Had to remind Suntroa that Azar still needs to eat. All right. Like, has this column beside the wall, but it's like not doing anything really to support the wall. They like an independent column. All right. Looks like... Oh, we're going to be putting in some front little flower boxes, it looks like. Those. Just one of those. Got flour. Got cherries. A pretzel. Holiday dinner brought to you by somebody who has a very strange holiday dinner. At least for American mindsets. I mean, there's turkey there. But now we're adding a pretzel to our holiday dinner. So now there's a pretzel in the bowl. Along with a croissant and soup. So the holiday dinner is turkey, a croissant, pretzel, and soup. What do you think, chat? Does that sound like a good holiday dinner? Would you accept that? Food's always a good choice. Yeah, I mean, food's food. If I went to somebody's house and this was the spread on the table, I'd still eat. I would probably give them a little bit of a funny look. Looks like there's sort of icicles, I think is supposed to be. On these front little window planters. Except it's a gingerbread house, so it's icing. Okay, I cannot figure out what these yellow cherries are supposed to be. That is the setup, just like that. There's some on either side. I'm not sure what plant that's supposed to represent. But they're on both sides. Tiny yellow cherries. It's funny. Second wife is Hindu vegetarian. My family. Wow, you're going to turn into a vegetarian now? Yeah, turn into me. Just checking. What if you put any food in front of me? They stared at me for a moment and cracked up. Look at that, McGaff. You are a tavern regular now. Don't ask me what that means. I'm not sure. That's my bot has that as a setting, and I've never figured out quite what it means. Means you watch the channel a bunch. Cherries also go in the middle of a wreath. But they're green, so at least they look like some sort of greenery. There's our front door. Alright, got 2 more windows built. And as predicted, they are going... Yeah. Behind those planters, maybe. There we go. Didn't want to go on there. It's what caught her eye. No matter what she threw at me, it was gone. Why do you keep staring at the plate? Me, I'm not this polite in company. I usually be licking that plate clean. Discerning look you got. I take it you just like food. I don't like most food. I am, unfortunately, very picky. Oh, I see. I built that wrong. Brick separator. I was wondering how it put that together. That looks better. Ooh. Right? That holds the door on. Look at that. We have our front door. Your friend's Indonesian wife and sister-in-law tested you once. Little dish after little dish placed in front of you. All cleared. Your friend. How do you even know what you're eating? Yeah, tasty food. I think that would be Suntroa if he did not have some food allergies. So he does need to know what's in it. But if it's not, doesn't have anything that he's allergic to in it, then I think he probably would eat anything. His attitude, if it can't be identified or pronounced inedible. Yeah, I like to know what's in my food. Got some columns we're building here. Oh, and many identified foods too. Yeah. I'm of the opinion people don't eat poison, so I'm more than happy to eat what they do. I mean, that's a noble way to think about it, that's for sure. All right. I hate these little... So, it's these little round pegs that go in. And I almost need tweezers to get them to go in. I think the other build that I had that had these, I did end up having to use tweezers, but it had a lot more. Do I have any tweezers? No, but I have these little scissors. Wonder if those will work. They did work. Just needed to get it lined up. And this also has one, yes. I can manage to do this without cutting myself or losing the piece. Well, I dropped it, but I didn't lose it. Chris, how can you eat that? All I taste is hot, hot, hot. Any there, you're asking how much tomato and caraway they used? What the hell's caraway? How can you taste that? Oh, there you are asking how much tomato and caraway they use. How could you even taste it? All right, get in there. There, finally. Woo! Feel like I won a battle. Makes it so that a piece can be used the wrong way. Like that. But they're still a pain. There we go. There's our front entry. It has some icing ice. All right. Looks like we're finishing up on the front wall here. Got our little lantern being built out of a paint roller. All right. Get on there. This one is a different color brown. Oh well. There we go. Build our light here so I can get this out of the way. No. This. I want that. That. There we go. Our little front porch lantern. That attaches right there. There we go. Cute. Now we're gonna put some little frosting baubles across the front. because that's what they are. All right, and now next layer. Ooh, almost dropped a bunch of pieces. But I didn't, so we're fine. So these are the tracks for the light strip. Get our corner pieces on so that helps hold everything together. All right. I've not built a kit that has the lights like the way this one does, so it's going to be an interesting learning experience, I think. All right, now we're going to put a wreath up on the wall. Gonna have some berries in it. Okay, so it's not quite a wreath, it's just sort of greenery, like garland. That's up over there, over the picture of Santa. All right. So. And this is finishing off the top of the house. The roof, if I recall correctly, a separate build. So it says it should all be the same color little flower, but it is not. That's fine though. Just adds variety. So this is a wreath going on the other side here. Well, wreath, garland, you know. Possible I used the wrong color elsewhere. This is a little wreath. All right, there's that side's little wreath and garland in there. And now it is time to add in our lights. All right. Yeah, it's just kind of like a wire with some LEDs on it. Of course, it is a tangly mess. All right. So now it goes in this back part. Oh. This is gonna be interesting. Stop tingling in on yourself. All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to pull it through each one all the way. Otherwise, it's gonna get all sorts of wrapped up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I might have to do the wiring off stream where I have a little bit more space. I'll give it another attempt here. So I'd like to show what it looks like, maybe. They certainly did not make this easy. Says to go around 3 times. Woo. Take off all of the other pieces while you go. That's obviously what's going to happen. Having success going through 2 at a time now that it's a little bit shorter, so. I'm trying to not get it too kinked up. Come on. There we go. All right, so that's 2 go arounds. Oh, I'm gonna make it full 3. Well, wait. Definitely getting a few kinks in there, but hopefully not too many to affect our total length here at the end. Come on. Just to finish off the wire. All right. Now it has gone through everything 3 times. To take the wire across, hook it. We need a little more space for that. All right. Wired. Now, let's see if I can reach my USB plug. Oh, here it goes. Woo! Doesn't have a roof, obviously, but got some nice ambient glow in there. It's gonna be very bright. I don't have it doesn't give very much cord length. But yeah, lights it up nicely. And on that note, we will call this enough for today. I don't know what this is. It didn't actually tell me. It just told me to build it. But yeah, so we're about halfway through. There's 2 more bags left, and we will do those on Sunday. But don't run away, guys. I am going to go find somebody to spread the raid love on to. I'm going to leave that puzzle up and going. So if anybody wants to keep working on it, feel free. So let's see who we can go say hello to. There's my raid messages. Copy one down. Or feel free to replace the emotes if you'd like. You know what? Let's go. I know we've raided them recently. But let's go say hi to Science. Science has had a rough time of it lately with personal stuff going on in Valent's life, and we're gonna go show some support and spread the holiday cheer. Let's, you know what? Do I have any good holiday emotes that I could swap those out for? Yeah. I'm gonna add in some fun. Let me put in some holiday lights here. There we are. If you are a subscriber, feel free to use this holiday one. If you're not, pick your own holiday one. We are going to go say hi to Science Streams. Give a shout out here in case anybody gets left behind in the raid. Go ahead, and that is who we are hopping on over to. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, great rest of your day. I will be back on Sunday to finish this brick build, and I hope I will see you then. Bye, friends.